I drive past it all the time on my way to the airport and they were just
And down
painting
is
their
one.
water tower.
Nice here.
Yep.
All right. Well,
And
good evening, everyone.
Watching
Welcome
do
to
it,
the
you're
village
like,
board meeting, Tuesday, January 20th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Members present are
Greg Crone.
Chris Marino,
Jessica Clark,
Caleb Garn,
Christy Beck.
Ken Stewart, and online.
Donnie Kern.
Thank you. Yeah, let's do the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Seeking approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda from last night.
Second. We have a motion to approve and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Agenda approved. We're now open to public comment, 2 minutes per person, 14 minutes per topic. Any public comment this evening?
I'm just here to answer questions in case you need them answered when you get to the banners, which is at the very end.
Hearing no public comment, we will move to consent agenda. Anybody have any items they would like removed?
Hearing none, I'd like to move for approval of consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All approve or opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Just cut them down on that.
I'd like to make a motion to move up, E, if we could.
I'll second.
Motion to move item 6E to the front of the agenda. With a second, any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right.
So I will speak to this as, this came through Public Works. These are 3 welcome banners that were proposed by Jessica
And Kathy.
and Kathy with help.
Kathy did most of the work.
Team.
Very collaborative.
Yes, so this was a collaborative effort. So at this time, it was brought forth in front of Public Works. We approved. We said we should bring forward 1 and 2 as designs, with financing and, those discussions to occur here. We did not have a plan to pay for it. So that
I
is,
did get an estimate, which was like around 500
500
to switch them out.
to switch them out.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, I should put that caveat in there. Part of the discussion was that, we don't have the equipment to do this properly, and someone so graciously was donating their time and equipment. So that will be part of the cost is, putting them up.
So the banners themselves, because what we found out is that they're a custom size. A normal banner, like a stock banner, is like 18 by 36. Our light post banner holders are 20 by 37.
Oh.
So they're a custom size, and we're going through this exercise with the Hometown Heroes banners now. So the company, and we sent them this morning one of the old purple banners. So the company has that now, and they'll be able to, spec the right size for us. And then, so because of that, we're not in as big of a hurry as we thought we were. So we thought we had to order them at the same time to get a discount, but that's not true. So we're looking at about $75 a banner.
And then to switch them out as well.
And then switch them out. And that's twice yearly, so that's about $1,000 a year. So about $1,700 to buy the banners and then $1,000 a year to switch them out. So we'll
How many,
just
how
need
many banners?
23.
Thank
So that includes all of the light posts on Main Street, and then I think there's 4 or 5 on the road down by, heading down to the river, Lower Village Park. I think there's 4 or 5 down there, but 23 total. So once we have a design, then I can send it in, I can send them the graphic and get the actual amount
So,
that we'll need.
so at this point in time, you're only asking for approval.
Approval of the banner itself.
I'll
We
make a
make,
motion to approve the second one here.
I'll second that.
okay.
There's a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion or questions?
I think just the discussion part of it is there is a lot of input of the second banner, on Facebook. And I just want to comment that I appreciate everybody giving their opinions on that and helping get through this process. But a lot of people really enjoyed that number 2 that's up for approval.
All right, so we've approved one. Now we just need to figure out how to pay for it.
Well, I do
That's
the
right.
motion in a second.
Yep. Oh, and then all, yes, sorry, my bad.
It could go.
Any other discussion? The motion is to approve, design number 2 as on our paperwork, which I believe was design number 1 on Facebook. Is that right?
I think it was option number 1 on Facebook, so it's number 2 here.
Just clarifying that for our public.
So now I can take that and get the quote.
Well, we haven't voted.
Oh,
yet.
sorry.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed, say nay. We have the design.
Okay, I have the design, I can get the quote, then you all decide if you want to pay for it or a part of it or what you want to fund. And then we'll figure out.
Let's bring it back to up to
Yeah.
Public Works if you want.
Yeah,
Get
is that
ahold
where
of them.
they'll approve a budget, if
Yep,
any?
oh.
Okay,
And then we can send it to finance or
got it.
whoever, once we get a number.
Okay, and then if it doesn't get funded, then we'll have to privately source the money and
Let's start planning for that.
have another mini raffle or
All
something.
right, all right.
All right, well, back to item 6, new business, discussing possible approval, financing for Main Street purchase.
Andrea is on if you have any questions.
Hi, Andrea.
Hello, good evening.
Andrea,
Hold on.
So my only question was, are we on the clock with this, or is there time to let Royal possibly get back to us? Do you have any thoughts, druthers, otherwise?
Can I make a suggestion? My suggestion is we currently have one at 6.75%. Why don't we approve that not to exceed? And if Royal Credit Union can beat it before the clock runs out, we can authorize that to be done.
I like that, Donnie.
Second,
Paul's got a comment here.
just timing wise, the original purchase agreement closing was the 31st. There was amendment I saw today pushing that back to the 13th. Donnie, did you get a
Correct.
copy of that?
I do, and I have it here ready to sign as soon as we go through this meeting tonight, as long as we all can make that timeframe.
I have one question on this. So I thought we had talked, it was 300,000. Does this include the cost of demolition as well, or is that's where we ended up?
It was 480,000 was the purchase price.
Okay, right.
That was the motion that was in the minutes that we just approved.
Oh, okay, right.
So Donnie, are you putting forth your suggestion as a motion?
I am. I would make that as a motion. I think I think we can do a 5 or 10 year, but I would leave that at the discretion of either Bob or Andrea to work out the best deal they possibly can get, not to exceed the 6.75 and 10 years note.
And I think for clarity on this matter, we don't intend to even go to the 5-year mark on this financing. I
Well,
believe.
That's correct. However, that's what the offer has been put forward. if Royal Credit Union could offer a 3-year with a lesser percentage, I would say that we would be able to give them the authorization to go with that.
All right, just for clarity, Donnie, will you resubmit your motion?
My motion is to approve financing of $480,000 at 6.75%, not to exceed 6.75%. And if a better rate can be had from another bank within the timing allotted, that we would approve that, the better rate and timing.
And
That was 480?
so you're saying 480, not 500?
Just the memo.
The memo
That-
says 5,000.
Oh, the minimum was 500?
Yes.
I apologize. I'll rescind that and go to 500,000. Sorry. I forgot. We got some ancillary costs on there for fees that we didn't have into the previous motion.
There's a motion. Is there a second? We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion passes.
And just FYI, other than getting the money, it's all in pretty good shape.
Thank you, Paul. Item 6B, discussion possible approval, ICUP renewal of Somerset Amphitheater. Who's got it?
It looks good to me. I'll make a motion to approve it.
Public safety, this comes with recommendation, I assume.
Yep.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion?
That was just the language that we're basically approving no changes except for that one
Three.
under the green page 2.
3A.
Special circumstances, right?
Yes.
Approving it as it is here with that updated green section.
Yep.
One other question, weren't they going to notify both? Well, never mind. I rescind my comment there.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes. Item 6C, discussion possible approval fee schedule ball field.
We test this out yet? After the public works meeting, did you guys do a test or anything?
I had brought that up, but I didn't solidify anything. I don't think is the calendar live yet, Bob? For online?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think we talked last week that we were gonna do like a test run of it.
I brought it up. I didn't do any follow through. I just said
Good job.
maybe it's something that we could do and test it, but then it didn't go.
This should be
live.
easy enough to do, so.
Okay.
Neil will probably set up the calendar and then I can, from here, try to reserve something and then work on any type of kinks.
So we're approving it?
Yeah, I will make do you already make a motion? I'll make a motion to approve the Somerset Athletic Field rental fee schedule.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
You
All
missed it.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion passes.
Will this-
So you're good to go, EJ.
Thanks
You
for
got all your
going down,
ducks,
bud.
you got your ducks in a row this year. Now we need to know who's coming, EJ.
Yeah,
How many we got coming?
we're hoping for 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you say anything? You know,
He
obviously.
will.
All right.
I will.
Now that it's approved.
Okay.
Just
They're not.
On the rental fee schedule, is that going to be posted then online then?
Yes, I think we need to have that fee rental schedule online. So how hard is it to get that added? Not,
No, I don't think it's very hard.
okay,
Just one comment about that. I didn't put any real thought into the fee structure. It should come from the board to determine what the rental rate should be.
well,
So I just kind of put it, I think it was a $10 increment.
Yeah.
But if the board's looking for a different amount, obviously it's at your discretion
I like those more
decide.
personally, but
You looked into it,
Yeah.
is that pretty standard?
yes.
So Bob, you're saying that you're doing just 10 flat for the rate as opposed to the hourly rental rates?
I think the hourly is gonna be a little bit of a mess. Just, if we've got prep into it, then I think we have the right to say, well, we're gonna recover that if it's a special request. But an hourly,
Are you thinking just like a half day, full day and not hourly or?
well, if they're, yeah.
Do you wanna kick this back to the public?
Yeah,
works?
we might have to kick this back.
We can kick it back if you
we
want.
have time. But those
Yeah.
are some of the things that we made some changes to. That thought either it's gonna be really difficult to, one, get them into pay. If it's only $10, and it's gonna be hard for us to chase after $10. Because it's.
Well, really, it comes down to invoicing, doesn't it? I mean, the invoice would be sent out by the village based on the hours that were used. And then it would be up to the village to collect that, or they wouldn't be allowed to use use the field for future use, right?
Is there a way to have them pay online?
If we updated our Gov Daddy, whatever,
Your domain name to be a kind of
there's,
website?
yeah, what's the name?
GoDaddy.
I know.
Net.
Big GoDaddy where they'll
Okay.
do this, but are you, do you need some website help? Do I need to look at it?
I
I mean,
don't do anything on the website.
Do we need?
Let's, it sounds like so I know we did ask if the guys didn't want to change anything on this. I know that wasn't flagged at the time, but it sounds like we got some stuff and maybe we can test it out. So, but should we just kick it back to Public Works?
Yeah.
We're not in a rush.
Yeah.
I will rescind my motion and I'd like to make a motion to kick this back to Public Works and I will sit with you guys with Neil. Neil be the guy. Neil and Jim.
It sounds like you need a website update too, possibly to be able to take payments online.
I'm the wrong person to ask for that.
We'll work with Andrea, we'll work with
It's
the
online.
You can,
There's an additional fee that gets added. It's not a simple process because we don't have those capabilities in with our package. Otherwise, it'd be another couple thousand.
Is it a couple thousand to update the website to allow an online payment?
that capability of,
That would, like reserve a spot
okay.
to simplify the current online reservation.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back to Public Works.
I have a
There's a
motion.
motion. Is there a second?
Second.
And that was the other reason is I didn't wanna have it costing us $20 to send out a $10.
Yeah.
$10. Agreed.
Let's sit down and we'll figure out all the.
so that's we were $10.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a motion in a second.
Yes.
Any further discussion?
What was the motion?
I'm
To
taking,
send this back to Public Works for further scrutiny.
And it looks like you need to add contact info at the end.
yeah, some of the mechanics weren't really, worked out. So, we're gonna get the bugs worked out.
Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Back to Public Works.
Try to have that ready for me.
Item 6D. Discussion, possible approval recreational concepts. I think this is, just for clarification. This is very much in the discussion phase. I don't think we're seeking any approval. We're seeking, ongoing direction to MSA's team about the matter. In Public Works, we discussed and scrutinized several things. I don't want to cloud the board's opinions, so I don't want to share a whole lot. But there was a variety of reasons that we leaned toward the general design of concept of one.
Eleanor is just showing up from MSA, the landscape.
Online.
Showed up,
It's online.
like physically.
She's inside.
Oh, perfect timing.
Hello, Carly.
No,
Come on in, we're
Perfect timing.
hitting that agenda right now.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for bearing with me.
think the one thing that really came out of it was we liked the trees on concept two. We might wanna snug that in on concept one, as far as having a little bit more barrier there. A lot of conversation was had, but that was the one thing that we kind of wanted to take off of a concept two.
Like south of the ball fields?
Yes, down here.
Okay, more of a buffer.
Yeah, there was all kinds of conversation. That was the one thing I really took out that we would like to kind of do is add those trees and three of that.
The soccer field depicted in one. Think of that more as just open field area that could easily be lined for soccer fields. It could be one, it could be two. That area is kind of designated multi-purpose.
Eleanor, do you want to give your pitch? Do you have a pitch for this or is more like?
I'm here to listen to you
questions?
guys and
Okay.
answer questions and, you know, be able to provide any additional information you need for this.
Okay,
How many acres are we talking about here on this, this concept?
38.
38?
Yes.
Where is the Newman farm?
North
so
of,
you head out of town on 35 on the right-hand side, greenhouse,
Before you get to Natchez.
dogs, these are big white dogs out there.
Okay.
So in concept one, I know that this is kind of very, very raw at this point in time as far as placement. Is that kind of where the future roads go? Is that kind of in theory the way they're going to be? And where do they connect up with the current Pine Val and such? Or don't they?
We do.
I think the two or three access points you're seeing there, Donnie, likely connect up into Pineville somewhere.
Okay, so the ones basically, if I'm looking at concept one, where it says future roads, everything that's kind of going down to the bottom of that page would be connecting to Pineville in some sort. Is that correct?
Correct.
So where's the industrial park then going to be at?
To the west.
So the
This rec area is gonna be shifted a little bit more to the east.
okay,
Yep.
and what about to the north?
Again, everything, the industrial and commercial is gonna be west of the athletic and recreation area.
Everything.
And the main reason for that is to preserve a buffer between those commercial and industrial uses versus the residential areas.
Right. So how many acres are we looking at on to the west that for development?
So about 70 for the residential, I'm gonna answer that backwards. 70 for the residential and then 38 for the rec approximately. And then the remaining would be the industrial and commercial,
The remaining of 240?
250. Yep.
250, okay. There's the barn and stuff is there, I'm sure, we're gonna try to keep that, is that gonna come out of that portion of that too?
Yeah, the hope is to preserve the barn or at least kind of replicate it for some historical
Mhm.
purposes there. That was kind of a discussion between Mr. Newman and myself. I thought it would be good to preserve because a lot of history is wiped out. And his comment back to me is, oh, it's an old junky barn, and I says, well, pictures every year ancestors can go by and recognize that was
Sure.
that one your homestead.
So we're looking at about 140 for industrial, 38 for the parks and 70 for residential.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
now, is there a couple of the roads going to connect up that are going to the, looks like to the east? Are them going to connect up with any roads on that end or do they connect with 80th?
Yep,
Okay. I'm trying to get my bearings on this. I was looking at it today and honestly, I was like, oh, trying to figure it all out. So thank
yeah,
you for that clarification.
for sure.
The one thing that came out of Public Works was that we would need some more space up there for, potentially more equipment as well as plumbing and additional bathrooms, maybe on, we're looking at concept 1, looking at spot parking area 2 with 70 stalls at the northeast corner. Possibly putting one there because that seemed like a good spot that was equal distance, so people wouldn't have to walk too far to get to a bathroom.
With in the lower section of the park, the primary bathrooms would be in the center of the baseball fields, just for folks' understanding.
But there's one on 13 also that says shelter with restroom.
Yep,
So there's 2 down there.
and then there's another one up here.
Yep.
I think we're gonna need a lot more facilities for things like mowers and so forth than what is depicted, and possibly sporting equipment, as we have multiple sheds going up over it.
How close in proximity to this rec center is the barn that we're talking about trying to preserve?
And can we use that for storage?
Yeah, potentially.
So potentially we could, in theory, we might be able to retain the barn for historical purposes, utilize it for storage, as long as it's not like a super long way for them to travel for, maintenance equipment and stuff, right?
It could be like cold storage potentially. That was something we discussed, but the one thing that we said is it would take away from part of the sellable land. Right, we only want to keep just enough for the barn.
That's right. And then municipal buildings such as that are typically not eligible for TIP financing.
So if we needed to repair it, or it wouldn't be able to be included in the TID.
Just so you understand, there's gonna be some differences that TID eligible things will not, that won't be able to purchase everything or pay for everything through TIF.
Okay, if we decide to keep that building, anything that we spend on it.
So if we have a maintenance building just for the village, it's gotta come out of a different fund source.
Got it. So it makes more sense to kind of just, we need it, so for it.
Bathrooms, those are eligible. All inclusive playground, I believe, because of being all inclusive, that makes it TID eligible, but again.
And that's a good point Bob did bring up, at the meeting as well, as this will be our only, compliant, playground for.
ADA.
It's one of my favorite features. I think that's so important.
Need that.
I like concept 1. I would like to at least get this out and get public comment on it. Is there a chance that we might be able to get, a couple of these things like we talked about, the trees, along that future road and stuff, next to that, maybe into that design and, get some more input from the public on this.
Absolutely. I would also love something for older kids. I see we have on concept 2, there's a pump track, but have we discussed a little skate park or anything like that? We really need something for teenagers.
The one thing that we did, the skate park was brought up, I think, at the meeting and discussion, but we thought maybe a skate park would make more sense like
Down at
down
the
here,
village hall.
because then it would, like, you could ride your skateboard there from all over town.
That's true.
And we had some questions about the pump track. Like
What is a pump track?
Sure.
What is it?
Yeah.
Please explain it.
Well, I can help explain some of it. So pump track is essentially like a little mini bicycle park that, you've got some little rolling hills. It can either be on an asphalt constructed surface, or sometimes you see them on dirt tracks, either way. But it basically the kids or the people who are riding their bicycles around are using, as much like gravity and arm strength as they are pedaling to keep themselves moving around. So it's a little bit like a roller coaster ride. There's different lengths, different courses you can set up for these. There's temporary options. This would probably be a better candidate for a permanent option somewhere around, but that's sort of a pump track in a nutshell, is a bicycle park of sorts.
But yeah, that would be for older kids.
Yeah, people use those razor scooters on.
I was gonna say, is that EV friendly?
My question was if we could add a sledding hill somewhere up on this north park in that green space.
Yeah, there's a good bit of relief in there. Right now, the way concept 1, concept 2, if you kind of see how like the ball field are angled, the center sort of like ball field, angle there that runs a little bit, I want to say like southwest to northeast, that's kind of where that ridge is right there. So those would essentially be terraced, and then up in that northern section there, at the topography, it looks like there's a little bit of a ridge that runs right through it. That might be a good candidate for.
So you already got spots that you can use the natural.
Yeah, I think there's spots that
But no,
yeah, you could take advantage of.
there we go. I like that.
I don't.
Don't cost any money then.
Are you looking for that? Don't.
Use the spot.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I just have one quick question on concept 2. You have the pump track in there, but on the estimate levels that you have, I don't see any numbers on that at all.
I may have an old estimate in there.
What is the cost of a pump track? Just curious.
For the number 11 concrete park path or asphalt path here for number 12.
Yeah, you know what? I will double check our numbers.
The only reason I'm not, I agree. I think I'd like to know what you had estimated for a cost for something like that. I'm not saying that it should probably be there. I don't think it would be TID eligible, and maybe we could look at that cost maybe at Village or that as far as a budgeting item at Village Park if it's something that we could make happen. But I don't know what that number is yet, so.
I would worry about maintenance costs over the years, if it's gonna be asphalt or concrete.
Right.
Versus.
I see lots of future roads on here. Whereabouts does Highway 35 land? Is that?
That's
right
on
up
the left-hand side as you're looking at it.
Right here, Margie.
Oh, okay.
I did a little bit of pump track research online, as Chuck sent me a couple of videos, and then I went straight down a rabbit hole. And ironically, the next day after my rabbit hole, Jim, who runs our water department,
Mr. Fanning?
showed me some videos of his son at a pump track in Cottage Grove that is dirt. And
Cool.
shared how much
They like
his
it.
son loves it. What I started to understand online with dirt pump tracks is they take a lot of regular maintenance as the rain washes and causes natural washouts and groups. So it seems to me that going asphalt is a better regular low maintenance, but a bigger upfront cost. Probably in the long run, similar costs because of the regular maintenance occurrence, but they look pretty cool.
You
And
ask your kids if they'd like it?
my son said it looked cool and he'd love to try it.
He drives a vehicle now. He's never gonna.
Okay, no, he's not. He's not.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that strictly for dirt bikes then, or?
Oh,
You're right.
Bicycles.
depending on how it's constructed.
Kind of staying on tack here a little bit, Mr. Chairman, should we get back to, you want to send these concepts out for public meeting or, public hearings on this and get, public input more?
I think that's a wise idea. Would you like to put a motion out, Mr. President?
I would like to move I would move to submit, both the concepts out, with the changes that we had recommended, with trees along on concept 1 getting, the, proper funding costs, established so that, everybody has that, and have a separate meeting of the public, within the next, I would say within the next, 2 months. So that, and then it'd be brought back for final decisions on where we're gonna go in April.
Sound good. Would you like a particular committee to head up that meeting, Johnny?
You think Public Works should, to head that up?
I think that's a great starting point. Yes, I would agree with that.
So that would be in my motion then, that Public Works would, have meetings with the public, within the next, 2 months, and come up with a recommendation, provide to the board, in April.
Any, second,
Second,
any further discussion?
Just so I'm clear on the requirement, you said meetings, do you mean meeting?
Well,
And
it would be
one-
up to it would be up to Public Works, really, and I mean, if Public Works decides one meeting is enough, or if they want to make some adjustments and have a second meeting, then that would be their that would be at their request.
Is it possible to have the public rate the amenities, so we know what people really want? From like we did with the village plan?
What said, Mr. Neiman looked at these?
Yeah,
Oh,
just because we're in
Pulling
that
that.
mode and he
okay.
doesn't really,
Well,
he doesn't care. He thinks it's great. All he wanted was a little rural ball field, and I said, well, I think the community wants something a little bit better.
This is good.
one thing
That
that,
was the only stipulation, okay.
one thing
I
I
was
would,
just curious, I wasn't sure how we wanted.
I think he's very excited about it, yeah.
Oh, good.
Once we get things.
I was just curious, yeah.
Now, and I'll get his opinions on it. and,
Sure.
You know.
I know it'll be, I'd like to see some stuff, I suppose, right?
Donnie, would you consider maybe moving that date out a little bit, because our next Public Works meeting is in a month, where we'll decide kind of how we're gonna disseminate this, and then also we'll need to make sure that you're available for that meeting when we hold it for the public, so.
I will say there's a couple of different ways we can structure public engagement, sort of get the feedback that you all are looking for.
Is that something that's included in these costs already?
Yeah, I believe we do have public engagement options in our scope.
So, Mr. Chairman, just referencing that, you have all of February and all of March to get those meetings in, and then with a recommendation to come before the board in April. Do you think you can make that happen in those 2 months' time? It doesn't necessarily have to be at the Public Works meeting. It could be a separate meeting offsite of that.
Yeah, I think we can come back in the April.
Our recommendation would land in April.
Yeah. We can do that.
All right, there is a motion and a second and lots of discussion. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Good work.
Just a quick, how soon can we get those changes, those couple changes made to that concept one so we could get it out for, the public?
Those changes shouldn't be too difficult to make, and we can certainly work with Bob to get that
Okay.
updated.
Great, thank you.
Bob, do I work with you to get it scheduled, or do you work with her to get it scheduled, or do you want me to work on getting the public engagement scheduled?
We're gonna collaborate on that.
I'll help you too, Brent.
Okay, all right, got it.
Unfinished business, item 7A, discussion possible approval of water tower. Colors and logos.
so if we do, each logo is gonna be about 25 grand. If we do 2 logos, that's 50 grand. My recommendation is maybe to do 1 seal and 2 Somerset words. But I don't know what anyone else thinks. This is a discussion. I didn't make a motion.
You know how much that would be then, just the word, the extra word?
I do not know, but it's not gonna be 25,000 to paint.
The
2 full
logo
seals.
complicated.
Yeah, and we could simplify the logo a little bit more. I could try and get those costs down to see if we could, reduce it below 25,000 each. Because they are hand painted.
Like take the grass out of there and take the trees out of
Well,
there.
I mean, if we wanna do it, like, remove all that stuff there and just have the blue line and then no gradients in there and stuff. The river could be one solid color. So we could simplify it a tad,
Thank you.
and see if that reduces the price.
This was also put out on, you know, on Facebook for, opinions on, correct?
Oh, yeah, we got plenty.
So what has the feedback been on that?
Lots, yes,
What was your question, Danny?
they want homes.
I said, what is the feedback been from the public, and as far as, you know, do they want the, emblem on the top? Do they want it on the bottom? Do they want it on the side? I mean, at this point in time, I think we need to kind of get this figured out. We said we would be looking.
Majority
Looking-
voted for this one, the very first one. But then there's a ton of curveballs out there. So, I don't know how to proceed with the online comment.
I think if they don't show up,
If
if
they-
they
I
don't
told them-
write us emails, then we take, I don't.
I say we disregard all that comment on
Well, then
Facebook. for this
what is
because-
it, what is this board needs to, you know, we talked about this back in December, that we were gonna put it out there, get it narrowed down and come up with a recommendation. We can't punt this very much longer. Bob needs an answer.
Already,
I like concept one.
you know,
That is the one the public liked the most.
I do too as well.
That's simple.
I'm making a motion to go with concept one, and I'd like it on both sides of the water tower, the seal and Somerset. That's my motion.
And that's after the central basin and the. I don't know what.
I don't know, I mean, they definitely cannot do that gradient in the sun for sure. She told me that. So the sun will be one solid color, so it will change a bit.
But you don't want it to be
Right,
changed
too
too
much.
much.
That's the thing.
Everything, so everyone, all of it's the same.
Yep.
Right?
Motion's on the floor.
He just needs a second.
Is there a second? I'll second it. Any further discussion?
I have a couple of questions. So we're going with the upper one that's in the plan here, in our packet, correct?
Correct.
Top one, yep.
And it's got the emblem alongside the Somerset sign, and you're saying it goes in two spots on the water tower, correct? And
That's
do we know the location of those, of them, has anybody actually looked to see if Somerset would accept that kind of, you know, the way it wouldn't look too gaudy, I guess, with you got the catwalk coming in on that one side?
No, I'll send you some screenshots of some really gaudy water towers, like Fargo for one.
No, I don't want that. I'm just saying, has that been looked into, for us for consideration here on this motion? If we're gonna put two of them on, is it going to conflict with our catwalk, or is it make more sense to approve two? But I think really if it's gonna look cumbersome, maybe we back off with one.
I think that,
Too busy. You wanna see one.
I think you've got a good point there, Danny. What I perceive to be the case is it's all about viewing angle.
Details.
Yes,
So if you're coming down the hill from New Richmond,
the catwalk is not gonna be in there.
the catwalk won't be in the way of the logo, but if you're
Standing up looking. at
standing
it,
out front of Village Hall looking at it, the catwalk will be in the way of the logo.
It is today.
Okay, so you're gonna have one facing basically east, correct? So you can see it coming down the hill from New Richmond, right? Is the other one gonna be facing due?
We need to make sure that it doesn't conflict with that ladder that goes all the way up to the top.
That's what I
So-
was referring to, that catwalk.
Catwalk, sorry.
The ladder for the The roof access is
Yeah.
on the very south of the,
So it will have to go not where that ladder is, for sure.
Okay.
The former, not the latter.
Jesus. Good lord. Come on.
Motion and second.
There is a motion and a second. We're still
Do
discussing.
we still explore?
So the placement is to be decided to make the best angle then, right?
Yes,
Yes,
that'll be part of, yes. I
Okay.
will amend my motion to give freedom of placement.
to the KLM or to whom?
I think that's already been hashed out with two previous logos that were on there. So
Okay.
Just go over the one
Okay.
on there.
they did put some work within that.
Okay,
Good. That was my only questions. Thank you.
All right, there's a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
What color do you want the tank?
I sent them the hex color. It's that cream color I already sent her.
Excellent.
I'll make sure a reminder
20
in it.
minutes today.
A
That tank,
reminder of that cream color for sure.
tank is cream and the logo is number one or up for,
Yep.
vote. All right.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes.
I want to thank, thank, you all for your hard work in getting that stuff done. Kathy
Yeah.
included. Now we have our seal and our agenda and, our branding. Now it's time to move Somerset into the next generation.
Yeah,
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second,
vote to adjourn in a second. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. I swear.